Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, viewers. This is your host, Aijaz Qureshi, with today is the Aijaz Qureshi Show episode. Today, we're going to talk about life after cancer. As you all know, or some of you may know, that I'm also a cancer survivor. It's my fifth year in a row surviving from the cancer, apart from surviving lots of other things. And but yeah, that was devastating, and I'm glad that I'm still alive. So I'm hanging in there. To talk about the life after cancer, we have invited today our esteemed guest, Kathleen Josephine. We call her Kat as well. And she is a cancer survivor. She is from Palatine in Illinois, US. She is a full time working mother of two, and she's just trying to balance her life with kids and work and family and everything else and whatever the life can bring to her. So let's welcome our guest. Welcome to the show, Kathleen.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, so in terms of the framing, we'll dive into the show. Can we pull the phone away from you a little bit so that your head is cutting off? Yes, little more, little more. Yes,
Is
that's
that better?
yeah, that's better. Thank you.
Okay.
Right there, right
Uh-huh.
there. Yeah, yeah. So thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing your life experience. It has been a topic that I always wanted to talk about, but I couldn't find the right person to talk to about this topic. And when you don't have the person on the other side who you're talking to who hasn't been through the similar things in life, you don't bring life to the show.
Yeah.
So thanks to Alia Sarfraz, who connected us. And at that time, when she connected us, she had no idea that I'm also a cancer survivor. So when I told her, she was quite surprised, and she said, "Wow, this is a fate, I guess." I said, "Yes, it is a fate." I wanted to do that show. I've done like 250 shows, but never talked about this sort of illness, and it's becoming more and more. So we'll talk about that. But thank you so much once again for hopping on the show and sharing your life experiences.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So let's dig a little bit back. Let's go back in time. And would you like to share your childhood? What did you do? How Kat as a child was?
Well, I just grew up in, I guess, what you would consider your typical, middle class American family. Uh, you know, if about as typical as it can be. Um, I have two brothers and I have, a large family, my mom and my dad. They aren't together anymore, but they're happy with their other significant others now. And, that's pretty much the typical American family these days, a little blended. I grew up playing soccer and, just enjoying life as a kid. And, I moved out to Illinois when I was 21, and then I met my husband, and we got married, and the rest was history.
Wow, wow, wow. That's good. That's good. I have to acknowledge one of my best friend, Rehan Allawala. He is extending hugs to us. He's the person, because of him, I am who I am today. Uh,
Oh,
I wouldn't be here if he wasn't around and or he wouldn't have shown me the light. So thank you so much, Rehan, for doing everything that you are still doing, whatever you have done and you are still doing.
hmm.
He is people connector. He connects like in first 15 minutes when we got connected, I got connected with Rehan. He connected me with 55 people.
Wow.
So that's really amazing. So thank you so much. And Rehan is asking, can we follow her on Facebook? Absolutely, Kat.
Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. And Mara Khan, my sister, she's a registered nurse in Wisconsin, and she's saying, "Great to meet you, Kathleen." Thank you so much, Mara.
Oh, hi.
Appreciate it. Tafsiruddin is my friend from Ottawa, Canada. Ottawa is our capital. And he's saying good evening from Karachi, Pakistan. He's visiting Karachi these days. Thank you so much for your greetings, Tafsir Bhai, and appreciate it. Aima Khan is from Kashmir. I'm not sure if you heard that name or not, but it's
I
a
don't
beautiful,
think I
beautiful
have.
northern part of Pakistan. It's
Okay.
beautiful, beautiful place. So thank you so much, Aima, for hopping on the show. So that was your childhood. When you got diagnosed with carcinoma, first of all, what kind of carcinoma you had? You had like breast or some other? Um,
Hodgkin's lymphoma, actually.
okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
so it's the easy cancer, I guess they say.
Easy
The
cancer.
good one.
So
The good one.
when you say easy means that most probably people get it easily. Is that right?
Well, actually, it's the highest survival rate.
It has the
So,
highest survival rate. Okay, that's
oh,
cool.
we have a little visitor. Sorry,
No, it's okay.
Bella.
It's okay. No worries. No worries.
Bella, say hi.
Hello. How are you?
Okay, go with Daddy. Go.
It's okay.
All right. Sorry about that.
No, 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 no. It's okay. It's okay. They are part of us. They are part of our life.
Yeah.
They are the reason for our existence. And so, yes, absolutely no issues at all.
Yeah.
So that is so. Can you share a little bit more what kind of cancer it is? Like
So it's cancer of the lymph node system.
lymph node. Okay.
Yes. So essentially, where mine was located was in my mediastinum, somewhere under your in your chest area,
Okay.
under it was near my heart, and it was starting to compress into my lung.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's I know how devastating it could be. So, how was that discovered? I mean, did you have some symptoms that you thought yourself, or you were given the news when you saw the doctor? What happened? How did you come to know?
Well, I was coughing for quite some time with diagnoses after diagnoses of different things. First, it was allergies, and then they thought that I just had a cold, and it was about 8 months of that before we finally did some scans, and then they did a biopsy, and we figured out what it was. So
Oh,
there's definitely challenges, I think, in our health system with that, as far as trying to get to the bottom of things. I think that
diagnosis. Yeah,
sometimes doctors will just push it under the rug and
yeah,
say it's something that it's not, just to get you through and get you out of there,
I know.
which is, really disheartening, because if it was a different type of cancer and it had, grown or gotten worse in that 8 month period of time, then there's nothing to do about it.
No, that's right. That's right. Kathleen, one more thing again. So framing, I know it's hard to hold the phone in your hand. You can pull it towards you a
Okay.
little bit, yeah. So you don't have to extend your arms fully, and tilt it upward a little bit so that your head is still, yes, yeah. That's the angle it should be. So yeah,
Okay,
this is
perfect.
perfectly fine right now. This frame, if you can hold it for like 15, 20 minutes until the show, that'd be great.
Perfect.
All right. So Tafsir is saying 2 years ago, my sister passed away in the same cancer. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
about that. Actually, my mom had esophageal cancer as well. So she passed away in year 2001 as well with the cancer.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
And somehow I got the cancer as well. And initially I thought it's just, I had oral cancer. It was
Yeah.
on my tongue.
Oh,
And there was nothing. I did not chew anything like tobacco or there is something we call back home. It's a leaf that we chew. People chew in Pakistan. It's called
okay.
pawn. P.
Uh-huh.
It's not PAWN like in US like pawn shops. It's
Uh-huh.
like PAAN, and it's
Okay.
a leaf that people put something on and they just chew that and that brings cancer oral cancer.
Oh,
So I
my.
had sore mouth, and then I went to see my doctor. Doctor gave me a tube, and he said, "Well, it should fix the problem in a week. If it doesn't, come back to me." Oh, before that, I thought it's just a sore mouth. So I started taking like folic acid. That's what I did before, and I thought it's just
Hmm.
a stomach upset or things like that. Didn't help me for a week, and then after that, I saw the doctor. Doctor said to take this tube for a week, and I applied that. Nothing helped. It did not help.
Ugh.
So when I went back, the doctor said, I hate to see. And luckily, my family doctor was an oral surgeon from India.
Oh,
And
wow.
35, 40 years of experience he has. But here in Canada, he's working as a family physician. So he said, I don't want to see cancer in there. And I got scared. So he sent me to my dentist. He said, go to your dentist. So my dentist was closing down at that time. It was like 8 p.m. in the night, and
Uh-huh.
he was about to close. When I told him that I need to urgently see you, he said, okay, come on over. So he was just by himself, standing at the door. He put me on the chair, and he had a look on my tongue, and he said, I have to send you to an oral surgeon first thing tomorrow morning, 6:30. You better
Wow.
be there. And I said, okay, that was scary. He wrote the referral. He faxed the referral in front of me. And when I arrived 6:30 at the other surgeon, my dentist was on the phone with him already.
Wow.
So he put me on the chair, and he looked at it, and he said, I'm going to do a biopsy. When he said biopsy, I got serious. I said, man, oh man,
Right.
what's going on? As soon as you hear the word of biopsy,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
scary,
It's
isn't it?
like, this could really be something.
Exactly. So he did the biopsy, and in a week, the results came back. And he said, I don't have a good news for you. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, the report shows a carcinoma. I had no idea what the heck the carcinoma was. I said, excuse me, what is
Right.
it? And he said, it's a cancer. And so we have the best cancer hospital here, known as Princess Margaret Hospital in Toronto area. He referred me right away. He said, you have to report today to Princess Margaret, PMG, we call it. So
Wow.
I ran downtown Toronto, which is about 40 miles from my place. I went there. It was Christmas holidays, Christmas
Uh,
on us. They examined me. They called in the surgeon from his vacation, and they did operate
oh
me
my gosh.
around Christmas. They said, you have category one, but this can go to lymph node and become category four in matter of hours.
Oh my goodness. That is so scary. I mean, you really caught it in time.
Exactly. And whenever I see my dentist nowadays, he looks at me and he said, I can't believe that I have seen people dying, coming to me and dying and dying and dying. And
Yeah.
yeah, somebody's watching over
Oh,
you.
for sure. That's incredible.
So that's my story of you know uh, going through this thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
we stood fast. The children stood fast, and we dealt with it. So coming back to you, Kat, what did you
Uh-huh.
do to help you meet the challenges of your treatments? I mean, I know you were diagnosed with this, and then how did that happen? I mean, it definitely there would be some challenges. What procedure did they do to recover you?
Well, for Hodgkin's lymphoma, the typical treatment is AVBD, and that's an just abbreviation for these really long, horrible words that I cannot say. And it's a series of four different infusions, cocktails, so to speak, that they run through your veins, basically making you violently ill, all while getting rid of this horrible thing growing inside of you. So it's either, it's you have to choose one of the evils, which is the best of two evils.
Wow.
So essentially, I did a 6 month treatment every 2 weeks. It was about 5 to 6 7 hours a day, 1 day every 2 weeks. And it took about a week to recover after each
Each
treatment.
treatment.
So it was like sick 1 week. Okay, I got my life back a little bit 1 week, and then do it all over again, all while a mother of a 1-year-old.
Wow. Wow.
So it was definitely challenging, to say the least.
It
The
must be.
doctor also usually recommends to do radiation in the particular area where you have the carcinoma. And for my instance, I declined, seeing as to how it was so close to my heart, my lung, and breast as well, because with the radiation can
Yeah,
cause other
yeah,
forms of cancer.
exactly.
So, but so far so good. 2 years out, and nothing has come back. I have had one scare in between with a biopsy, but everything was good. So,
Yeah, yeah. They do that for my liver. They did after the transplant on my first anniversary recently. They called me in and they said, "Well, I got an appointment. I have an electronic system, so I got an appointment email saying that you have
uh-huh.
an appointment for your liver biopsy." And I said, "Oh my!" And my coordinator or my doctor did not tell me anything, and I
Oh
was
my gosh.
scared. Yeah, I was scared like hell. And I said, "Oh my goodness, what's going on with my liver? I don't know if I'm developing the same cirrhosis again, or what's going on." So then I called in my coordinator. I said, "Well, what's going on here? I
Right.
got this appointment for biopsy." And he didn't tell me a thing. They're not authorized to tell a thing until I see
Uh,
the doctor. So when I went back for my regular clinic appointment, um, she said my doctor is Dr. Bhatt. She said it's a normal routine. We do it after a year because you had this symptom, liver cirrhosis, and there are chances that your body system may develop it again. So we have to do it. We must do it. And I wanted to avoid
oh,
as much as
okay.
I can because I know if you know, if there is something and you trigger it by doing biopsy or touching it, it can become devastating. So she said, no, nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
They took like a 3 millimeter piece of my liver, and
Okay.
the report came back, and it was okay. They said no,
Good.
it's okay. So no fats, nothing. Your liver is functioning very well. We'll do it one more in 5 years. I said, okay, well, now I know. Thank you
Now I
very much.
know, and thanks for the warning because I was freaking out. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine.
Exactly. Okay, so we have some more comments coming in here. Thank you so much, friends, for hopping on the show. I really appreciate your time. This show is successful just because you are here. So thank you.
Oh,
Mara is saying, Sister Mara is saying, I think many want to support friends and family when cancer in the best way. Unfortunately, we often do not know the best way. Yeah, that is the problem. So
mm-hmm.
people don't know what is the best way to support, either extending. Sympathies, empathies, by talking to them, by meeting them in person, or things like that. So you're right, Sister Mara. Thank you so much for that comment. Uh, Karinder Singh is saying, "Hi, Kathleen. How can we get hold of you?" Well, it's Facebook. And
Yeah.
of course, she has an inbox. So, Karinder Singh, you can inbox her and send her a friend request, and she will definitely respond back to you.
Sounds
Uh,
great.
Niaz Nazir is saying he's a great friend of mine, a regular viewer of the show, saying, "Stay blessed, sir." Hello, Kathleen and Aijaz, sir. Thank you. Hello. You're blessed, man, because you have well wishers like me who care about you that works more than medical remedies. Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
definitely.
I completely agree. I can't really thank enough because I know for my illness, oh my goodness, my most commented and liked, posts are when I get ill and I post my status. Oh my goodness. like 450, 500 comments and likes. Oh my goodness. So thank you so much, friends. I owe you guys big time, and I'm not sure how can I repay. I'm just trying my level hard. Thank you. Roma Khan Niazi is a lead explorer. She was on the show recently, and she's saying hello to Sir and Kathleen. My prayers with you. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We had a show with Roma recently. Day before yesterday was on women in police. So she's a police explorer in New York.
Very cool.
Okay, so yeah, digging into the cancer and life after cancer again. Kat, what did others close to you did do for you so that that made the difference in your life? What did they do special?
It's so funny you ask this because this is my silver lining for having cancer is to have seen all of the support and all of the love that was in front of me that I didn't even know was there before. These people were in my life every day, and I didn't realize just how kind people could be and just how much people do come together in times like that because there's so much negative in this world, and to have that and see that just truly makes all the difference. It really shows you that there is more good than there is bad. People just would reach out to me with kind words. They would visit me. I had a lot of people bring me meals to help feed my family when I wasn't feeling well enough to get up and cook anything because my husband was working a very full-time, 2 jobs, and I was also working on the opposite week of treatment. So we were very busy, and for people to do stuff like that was incredible.
Wow.
I had people send me clothes for the baby because I only had one then,
Yeah.
and just reaching out and giving their kind words. That was really enough for us.
Absolutely, absolutely. A single word of hope, and empathy can take us long way in that situation, to be honest. I completely
Yes.
agree. I completely agree. Thank you so much. Sayyid Asim Zafar is another friend of mine. We recently interviewed him as well. He's saying good, heart touching. Thank you so much, Asim Zafar. Appreciate it. So, Kat, how did you overcome your fears of treatment, of side effects of the treatment, or the possibility of death? You never know. I mean, yeah, they're trying to cure one illness, but the treatment could bring something serious.
Right.
Did you have that
Um,
fear?
yeah, I guess you just jump in, kind of like when the water is cold and you don't test it, just jump in, I guess, you have no choice.
So you just
You
went in and
you just do it. You do what you have to do and you get through it. I think probably as a female, the worst part is losing your hair. Um, I mean, I don't think that you realize how much your hair means to a woman,
oh,
and
absolutely.
then you don't have it anymore, and that
Well,
was
not only
scary.
women, Kat. I mean, yeah, they do matter to me as well. I mean, to men as well. So,
That's too funny. Well, I don't mean it as like it matters more to us, but I think that I don't know, just losing my hair was probably the worst part of all of it. It's
yeah,
like, okay, this is really happening. This is
yeah,
like what you see in the movies. I'm
yeah,
really doing this,
yeah. So, did you actually lose your hair and you regrow these?
I did, yes. This is all from 2 years.
Wow,
I know.
that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Wow. Okay, Sayyid Asim Zafar is saying salam, Ijaz bhai. Thank you so much. Wa alaikum assalam. Appreciate it. Um, Niaz bhai, your comment is too long. I'm going to read it. I can't bring it on the screen because it's too long. It's going to cover the entire screen. So sorry about that, but I'm going to read it through. And Niaz is saying, I have been quite busy in training schedule, so missed few sessions. And yes, my mother died because of cancer in 2011. as she wasn't my real mother, but more than a real mother who took me when I was 4 years old, sorry, 4 days, and so on. I have deep feeling when you're loved, on especially mom. It's a terrible feeling. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, these relations, I mean, they don't have to be necessarily blood relations, to be honest, to care for or to be cared by, or to care for. So this is amazing. Thank you so much, and I pray for your mom, that her ranks in the heaven be increased, and we are with you in your sorrow. So sorry about that.
Yes. Sorry for your loss.
Sayyid Asim Zafar is saying, did she use DXN herbal minerals? That's a question for you. So, did you use any minerals or herbal medicine?
I did actually have a friend who sent me a CBD oil, and I did use that orally. I also used certain essential oils as a healing, more for my anxiety, if anything, throughout. But yeah, I definitely utilized as much of the natural remedies as I could.
Awesome, awesome. That's great. Um, Lumna Aslam Khan is our regular viewer. She is the mother of the explorer, Roma Khan Niazi,
Oh,
and she's a lawyer, attorney herself. And she's saying, God bless you guys. Thank you so much, Lubna.
thank
Really,
you.
thank you. And Niaz Nazir is saying, Jazakallah. Thank you so much. So, all right. So that's where we are with this now. So, were there any support groups available to you, Kat, that you join? And if you did it really help?
I do have a group that I have joined on Facebook that is very helpful. I think that as a survivor, it's a little less beneficial to me now because I do look at it and it's almost a little negative. And I think that a lot of people are using it as a negative experience. And I know that it is a negative experience, but I tried to take as much positivity as I could out of it. And in this group, there seems to be more people who aren't as, giving positive reinforcement, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more like everyone's just complaining.
Oh,
And I really need some positivity in my life. You know what I
exactly.
mean? And
Yeah.
they're welcome to complain. They're going through something terrible.
Yeah.
But it's just not my way of dealing with things. I
Right.
have to try to stay as positive as I can through
Right.
things. Otherwise, I'll crash and burn.
Awesome. So, Kat, now that you are a survivor, and what would you do differently when going through your diagnosis or treatment?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing really. No. I just did what I had to do and that's it. I did it the best I could. I think that I would probably not have taken the diagnosis so hard, knowing now what I do, knowing that it was gonna be okay. But I think that any of us have to digest it however we can.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Kat, now since you're a survivor, thanks God,
hmm
how are you living your life differently, and why actually? That's a more.
I
Uh,
I feel like I live life so differently now. I feel like I have like almost a happy lens on my eyes because things that seemed so important and so, just life consuming before just aren't anymore. And things that I didn't think I could do, I can. And everything that I thought about life is different. We're here for such a short amount of time and we go through so much and it's so hard, but it's literally just part of life. You have to take the good with the bad, and you don't have to make the bad so bad
Yeah.
because it's all of it is a learning experience and all of it does something for your life. And who knows why, but it just is. So you can make it good or you can make it bad. And I think that that's something that I learned going through that.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. That's great. So, Kat, what are the three things that you would tell to a person who just either today or yesterday got diagnosed with cancer?
Well, I would say if you're going through chemo and you're going to lose your hair, shave it off yourself. Do it yourself. You have control of that. Also, cleaning up hair around your house isn't fun.
Yeah.
So just shave it off, take it into your own hands. It feels a lot better than having it come out on its own. I
Right.
wish I had shaved it.
Wow.
To be kind to yourself. You are going to cry. It's okay to cry. You are going to be scared. That's okay too. Don't be strong for other people. You need to fall apart in order to put yourself back together. So it's okay. You can go ahead and do that. Three, you'll get through it. It's doable. People have done it. Whatever you have to do, do it. You're fighting for your life. This is a war. You have to take it and roll with it. Do not give up. Do not back down. And when you're sick, rest, get up and do it again.
Good. Awesome. Awesome. That's great. That's
Mhm.
great. So, what would be your final message for our youth, Kat?
I guess just live life happy. Choose to be happy. Things are going to happen to all of us. And it's so unfortunate that we have to go through so much sorrow to get to the good. And we don't know why. And we don't have to know everything. And that's okay. But just try to live as positively as you can because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And yes, I do live in fear of it coming back because we all do, but I won't let it consume me because, we just have, like I said, one life.
That's right. That's right. It's for just one life. Well, thank you so much, Kat, for your time on behalf of Dream Television, the Aijaz Qureshi Show, myself, my entire team, all the viewers who have watched this show live and commented, or who will be watching according to their time zone. Thank you so much for sharing your life experiences openly and candidly as much as you can. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. And I really hope we can talk more about the same topic another time and hear
Absolutely.
more about your side of it too, because I really love to hear about that. It's been an
Yeah,
honor.
yeah. No, thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll do. Definitely, we'll do.
Okay, thank you. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, viewers. That was Kathleen Josephine from Palatine, Illinois, USA. And this is your host, Aijaz Qureshi, saying goodbye. Take care of yourself. All right.